been in Dallas here for 20 years in my case, and 12 for Becky's. We moved to Cedars about 8 years ago, starting with Southside Lamar. Loved the neighborhood so much that we actually bought into the neighborhood, just kind of like on the far side of it.
And so what brought you guys, where did y'all live before the Cedars, and what brought you to the Cedars?
Well, actually, I lived in a suburb in Garland, and I had a coworker at the time who told me that I really need to check out the Cedars. There are so many artists in the neighborhood, and we came down towards Southside, and it was instant love. We knew that we had found a home.
And so, what do you think characterizes your neighborhood?
There's a strong sense of community here. That's a huge difference. I moved in from North Dallas, and I had lived in my place up there for 5 years and never really knew the neighbors. We moved down here, and just starting with Southside and then moving out, there's just an instant sense of community, a number of people we met and stayed in there. And the area is the closest, really, along with Oak Cliff, that Dallas has to a walkable neighborhood and a livable neighborhood. And that's worth a lot. Dallas has always been sort of that LA model of constantly spreading out. If you're going to go anywhere, you have to get on a highway, you have to drive there. It's something that is easy to do when land is cheap and building is cheap. But energy costs going up, land costs going up, building costs going up. We're seeing it collapse back down to more of a neighborhood model, and I think that this area is really in the forefront of that.
So what are some of the important places in your community?
Lee Harvey's. It really is kind of the heart and soul of the neighborhood. A great place for people to gather, have fun. A lot of our good memories with neighbors center around that place.
So it seems like a lot that you guys love about the Cedars. Is there anything that you'd want to improve or change?
Oh, it's very much a neighborhood in transition. The crime rates are actually very low in the neighborhood, but there's a lot of homeless transit through the neighborhood. And if you're not used to that, it's kind of an interesting experience. It's like being in Hell's Kitchen back in the 80s, that sort of environment. So, that's just the nature of these sorts of neighborhoods. There's a fine balancing act. You don't want to gentrify everybody out of the neighborhood, but you do want it to be a little more livable, a little bit more walkable.
Tell me a story about a place or an event that you believe captures the character of your neighborhood.
I love the Open Cedars art tour that we have every fall. I believe that's the Saturday right before Thanksgiving. And to us, that's just a wonderful time to see everybody turn out, get to go see all the local artists, and really feel that community spirit. So to me, that's very important event.
That's true. And in the weeks leading up to it, the neighborhood turns out. We get to work on the neighborhood, clean up the streets, and it's just a sense where we've got all the residents, all the artists, everyone coming together to try and really build it into a special place. That's true. That's a great example.
And so what brings you guys to the Cedars West Arts Festival together?
Actually, one of our friends is an artist here, Mary Taylor. She has some jewelry that she is exhibiting, and we've been friends with Mary for 8 years. Absolutely love her. She's a great example of one of the strong people in this community.